Welcome, everybody, to the Loud and Drunk podcast. This is Dan, joined once again by the master of disaster, the paragon of virtue, the paradox of vices, Moses. He's actively pouring a drink as I'm introducing him. Way on brand. Moses, sir, we can hear you pouring the drink. How are you doing?
I am still living with your ghost. Lonely and dreaming of the West Coast, Dan.
Wow. It's just going to be every time with this.
It's so upsetting every time.
It's going to be every time I introduce him, he just brings in another element of disgust and chaos that no one wants to hear.
Wait till that Creed episode. Because that disgusts me.
Justin, sir, we are going to bring back an old chestnut. I am going to give you 5 actors, and you're going to have to eliminate one from history.
Oh.
I love this game so fucking much. Last time we did it, I made a call, and everybody made a good argument, and I changed my mind.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I am excited about this. I love being put on the spot. So, yeah, let's fucking do this, motherfuckers.
Let's do it. I am Guy Takanashi, and it is very wonderful to be here. Hello. Hello, Justin. Hello, Moses.
Hello, Guy.
Yeah. Moses, if you can
Can you
stifle yourself for a minute. Hello, Dan. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, thank you for joining us, Guy.
Yeah.
You couldn't have gone with Getty. At least I would have remembered that.
I mean, I would love to, but my name is Guy.
Salesman. But before we get started, let's hear the sounds of those salesmen echoing through the studio halls.
That's why we call you the working man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anytime is a good time for stopping by TrueJersey.com. From t-shirts, hats, and hoodies, True Jersey will show off your local pride like no other. And now, Loud and Drunk listeners can save 10% off their first order. Just go to TrueJersey.com and enter the code LOUD at the checkout to save 10%. Thank you to True Jersey for sponsoring the program. True Jersey, stay true. I'd also like to take the time to encourage you to subscribe to this podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. If you aren't subscribed to our YouTube and Rumble channels, you are missing out on the full Loud and Drunk experience. We are posting shorts that give you the visual on some of our best moments. So be sure to subscribe to our channels, smash that like button, leave us a comment, share this video with your friends, and check out all of our content. We want you to be a part of the conversation, so join us on social media at Loud and Drunk on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you are helping us out by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple and Facebook. If you like this podcast, then become a Loud and Drunk supporter. You can find us on Locals at loudanddrunk.locals.com and on Patreon at patreon.com/loudanddrunk. All right, gentlemen, I'm bringing back the game. The game of games.
The game of games!
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got stuff on. We're going to have stuff. On Patreon. I forgot that
We're
Patreon
gonna have
wasn't a thing
stuff.
yet. Yeah, we're going to have stuff.
This is why I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
I am going to give you 5 names, and this is you're gonna pick up on this bracket almost immediately. I'm confident that you will. So,
I need some paper.
of these 5 actors, you need to eliminate 1, and you of course have the opportunity to go through the filmography to see if there was any kind of roses in there that you forgot about.
Same parameters as last time.
Yes.
Full depth
Yes.
of their work.
Yes.
Moses, you're really struggling with these paper towels. It's not a complicated operation.
I need to write these names down. I take this serious.
Oh,
Jesus
you're actually...
Christ.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
he's actually going
Yeah,
to
I gotta
write
write
He brought his
this
own
down.
pen. He brought his own pen and no
Moses,
paper.
you of
He's
all
writing on
people
paper
will
towels.
not need to do any of this.
I'm sure, but I like to be prepared.
I'm fucking flabbergasted.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I lost my pad.
Actor number 1, Ben Affleck.
Fuck him.
Eliminated.
Yep, gone.
Eliminated.
Actor number 2, Christian Bale.
Ben Affleck is still worse.
Actor number 3, George Clooney.
I stand by Ben Affleck,
I
but
know where this is going.
Actor number 4,
there's a twist here.
Val Kilmer.
Batman. It's Batman. It's all Batman.
It's like that, then, you son of a bitch. You're the worst kind of person, Ben.
Actor number 5, Michael Keaton.
God
There he is.
damn it. You
And I will say,
Honorable mention.
say,
Adam West?
the reason Adam West was not involved because no one would eliminate him.
Nobody would eliminate.
Fair.
And the other person, what is his name? I don't remember. He played Batman in the
I
Batman.
don't remember either. George.
Everyone-
George something. I can't remember.
I'll look this up, but everyone would have eliminated him. So it's unfair.
No, I wouldn't have. Ben Affleck.
I'm going to stand by my initial statement. It's Ben Affleck. He's awful. He's terrible. Everything about him is bad. He's done maybe like one good movie, and he was playing somebody with fucking Asperger's.
Oh, the auditor. Yes.
The accountant.
Oh, the accountant.
Okay, so
The auditor.
all right.
Imagine that. He's a fucking tax
the same
auditor.
goddamn
It's not
job.
the same thing.
Shut up.
It's the same job.
I have attention deficit. So please, I only have 4 of the 5 names.
who are you missing?
I have Bale, Keaton, Kilmer, Affleck, and
Keaton.
Clooney.
Clooney.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend all of these other Batmans.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, the answer is Keaton.
Now remember, their
The answer is
entire
Keaton.
work disappears if you delete
Their
them.
So Michael Keaton is staying. Bottom line.
I'll give you Keaton. Like
Keaton
I'm
stays.
sorry.
Keaton stays.
He's the best Batman.
But you have to eliminate one.
No,
you have
one
to,
has
all
to
of
be
these.
fully eliminated.
Oh, I get to keep the
All-
rest of them.
You get to keep the rest of
Oh,
them,
Ben
but you have
Affleck.
to
get it
eliminate
up.
one.
Get gone.
If you lose Kilmer, then you lose the movie Heat.
And Top Gun.
You also lose Tombstone.
Yeah.
he's
And Tombstone.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
He's been in great films.
Tombstone, Top
The
Gun,
Doors.
buys.
The Doors was good.
I'm going to talk my thoughts out.
Okay.
Because I'm immediately attracted to getting rid of Affleck. But one, I'm sorry. The intrusive thoughts of an Affleck in my brain. Yeah.
Now I'm picturing a goose.
yeah. Goddamn, those intrusive thoughts.
God, the marketing is real.
But the one clincher I have, which is one of my favorite movies, which is very hard to get these days because of Harvey Weinstein, is Dogma.
Dogma is a good movie.
That is a good movie.
And that's going to be my point to you guys who jumped ahead to eliminate Ben Affleck. If you get rid of Ben Affleck, you're going to lose all of the good Kevin Smith movies. You're missing out on Mallrats.
To clarify, I'm sorry, Dan. To clarify, we lose the films that they were in, right? They can't be swapped out for somebody else.
One,
They
if
just
you
don't
eliminate
get made.
this actor,
They just don't get
their
made.
body
It does
of work
suck, 'cause
is
that's
gone.
a good movie.
Yeah, but if
Dogma's
they
a
don't
good
get
movie.
made, do I even know they ever existed?
Well, now you're getting really
yeah.
deep philosophical.
No, you're
with
taking it too
yeah.
far.
You're
taking
gonna
it too far.
you're gonna lose Mallrats. You're gonna lose Chasing Amy. You're gonna lose Dogma.
Dogma is hard to get
This
rid
is,
of.
you know what? Fair play to you, Dan, because this is a fucking tough one for me.
See, the problem I had with this is I immediately went with Affleck, but also I hate George Clooney.
I was gonna say,
Honestly,
like,
George
has
Clooney is
Clooney
my
ever
next
been in a
choice.
good movie?
What's that?
Has Clooney ever been in a good? Oh, you know
Brother.
what?
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? I
Where
cannot
Art
get
Thou,
rid of.
yeah.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is a better
good
movie than
movie.
Dogma. If
Yeah.
I have to choose between the two, it's a hands down thing. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is a great
There's a
fucking film.
debate to be had, and
There's no debate about that.
I hate Ben Affleck, but Dogma.
Apparently not.
Dogma's a good movie.
It's listen, I give you respect. This is a fucking surprisingly tough one. I had a very easy answer, and then I had to catch myself.
It's tough because you would think like, oh, well, you know, this will be easy. I'll get rid of one of these people, and then you go to Michael Keaton, and he probably has the weakest.
I was gonna
stretch.
say, like, I hate to even
Yeah,
ask
but
the
everything
question,
he has
but Michael
in there
Keaton
is strong.
But if you get rid of Michael Keaton, you're getting rid of the best Batman
Yes.
movies.
Also,
Yeah.
Which
is where you got the question
Yes.
from.
Yeah.
This is the Batman.
Yeah. That was
You'd
the
be
best
getting
Bruce
rid of
Wayne
the
there ever
best
was.
Batman and losing nothing.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Well, I will say,
Let's get nuts.
losing Johnny dangerously
Yeah.
to me is a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem as well, yeah.
Don't be a fork and ice hole and get rid of Michael Keaton.
You fucking bastard.
Oh, this is fucking
Once.
tough.
He said that to me once.
I can't get rid of Clooney because Oh Brother,
No,
Where Art Thou is one of the greatest movies I've
And
ever
that
seen.
even goes above.
Then honestly, it's Bale. Because I'm not getting rid of Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like Bale's best movies, and honestly, I
and
think
they're-
like
they're all
the
fine.
Machinist is up there.
They're fine movies, but I don't
Yeah,
need
the
them.
Machinist,
The
or whatever the
Machinist.
fuck you
As
wanna
an
call
old
it,
friend
yeah.
would say.
Yeah,
I love saying that.
I think that those are fine movies, but like I don't think I would miss them.
Fuck, dude. I think you might be towing me in your line there.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
I'm kind of on that.
And
on that
honestly,
point
when I
as
think
well.
of Reign of Fire, it makes me want his
Oh,
other movies to go away, like out of
Gentlemen.
spite.
I forgot about Reign of.
Gentlemen, American Psycho. You're going to get rid of American
It's a great
Psycho?
movie. It's a
Damn
great
it.
movie.
It's still a book, though, right?
I'll say.
Like I can still read that.
I'll say this, Dan. I love the movie American Psycho. I think it's fantastic.
It is a-
but
it
I
is
would
very good.
sooner lose that then I would lose, oh
Rain of
brother,
Fire.
where art thou? If what?
Wow.
Oh, I thought we were just
Wow,
talking.
you guys are so in line with
I
each other.
thought we were just talking about
Oh,
Bale.
great. Here come the Americans.
'Cause Rain of Fire is fun.
Rain of Fire is one of those it's so bad it's funny movies.
No, it truly is. And lest we forget fucking
Woody
Gerard
Harrelson?
Butler's in that.
Yeah. It's a movie.
And what's his name?
What do you
Matthew
mean?
McConaughey. Matthew
McConaughey.
the badass
The
American.
other Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson.
Fully shaved with tattoos all over his body.
that movie.
They do the Star Wars thing in the basement. The kids are like reenacting
Yes.
fucking
Yes,
like A New
yes,
Hope or
yes,
something.
yeah.
That movie is a movie. It's the definition of movies that never needed to be made.
Right.
Like you were on your cocaine binge in like Hollywood somewhere, and this is a thing that you dreamt up.
The only thing
and that's
that movie-
awesome while you're in a basement somewhere, just like getting fucking
Here's a line for
loaded.
that movie. The only thing worse than dragons, Americans.
That's great. The only thing that movie is missing is Sean Connery just being the dragons, like talking for them.
That's true. It couldn't be Dragonheart.
And like that shit.
And Dragonheart's an alright movie.
I'm sorry, if I remember correctly, Rain of Fire takes place in like France.
Yeah, for no reason at
And then
all.
Americans
Is it
show
France?
up in like Abrams tanks
For
or
no
whatever.
fucking
Yeah, they
reason.
had them from the war.
Just like, and also like, as long as we're going to talk about this film, I can never discuss the movie Rain of Fire without failing to get over my disbelief of like, they're going on and on about the finite resources and all these things, and they're just flying helicopters for fun.
Yes.
It's just like there's just infinite jet fuel.
I
just-
love that they have just a huge amount of J8 laying around.
The
It's
place
just
that they go, it doesn't have cars. They have horses at best,
Yeah.
and they don't have a whole lot of them.
There's also a
and then they
skydiving
roll
scene
up on
in
a
that.
tank. How are you fueling that?
Yeah, they're just doing
With what? And also those fucking fighter jets. Like what the fuck?
That's just how it was.
It's a great way to fight a dragon, sure, but that's not gonna work in the long run.
That movie did nothing to make me feel like we could fight.
I love that
dragons.
movie though.
Because it's
so
such a
fun.
dog shit
It's
fun
so
movie.
Fun.
It's a terrible film.
It's so
absolutely
fun.
horseshit.
It's like one of the worst films
but
ever made.
it holds
It's
a place.
fun.
It's not going to sway my argument by any means.
It's
Trust
not a
me.
reason to keep
No,
Christian
no,
Bale.
no.
And neither is American Psycho, Dan.
Especially
Yeah,
As good
I
as
would-
it is.
Fuck.
I would get rid of American Psycho before I got rid of Rain of Fire.
That's what I'm saying. This is not Dorsia.
you see though
And you are not going to get reservations
That
here.
was a good drink.
Not on a Friday.
That was a good drink.
with Christian Bale, the reason I wouldn't get rid of him is because he has not the best Batman movies, but he has the better Batman.
He has a
movies.
solid,
I'm going to disagree.
a better.
I'm going to be the
I have
unpopular.
solid
I have arguments.
I have the, I have the
I have
unpopular
arguments.
opinion.
Wait, then George Clooney's Batman movie?
Batman 1 and 2.
I have the
Keaton.
Those
are great.
I already established that you can't get rid of Michael Keaton. One, because of
Well,
Johnny
we were-
Dangerous.
that's- I'm
but
not gonna
because
do
of
that.
because he has the best Batman movies.
I'm going to tell you right now, it would be impossible for me to get rid of Keaton on multiple projects.
Yeah. Dream Team.
The reason
is fucking great.
that Christian Bale's Batman is shitty is the same reason as what's his face's fucking 007, the most recent of them. What's his
Daniel
name?
Craig.
Oh, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. It's the same exact reason that those are not great Bond movies. You made it into an action film, and I know that every American fucking loves Christian Bale playing Batman.
It's what
but
sells.
all that he's doing is speaking in a gravelly voice
You know
and
what?
being a
You know
tough
what? You have
guy.
a fair
Well,
point.
what
But
was
it comes
the-
across.
But Keaton was playing
yeah.
more than just Batman, the action hero. He was
also
playing
playing
Bruce
Wayne. Yeah, he
exactly.
played both parts.
And that's the key.
That's absolutely. With
yeah.
Keaton, he played both
Yeah.
characters.
Christian
so
Bale
well.
never played Bruce Wayne. It was
Not
super
really.
secondary.
He played him as fucking cardboard as anybody that plays fucking Superman.
He
as
was
Clark
an
Kent.
action hero. He played Batman, and fine, he played that fine.
Yeah, he
but
was
he
just
never
there.
played Bruce Wayne, and therefore he was not a good Batman. So fuck his Batman movies, despite how much everybody fucking loves them.
Also, Keaton had to deal with that fucking rubber mask that he couldn't even turn his head.
First
and
of
he
all-
used it in Flash.
First of all, I said that he had the better Batman movies,
Yes.
not the best Batman
Yeah,
movies.
right,
I
right.
said that went to Keaton.
Dan, I will jump across this bar. I am so riled up right
Second
now.
of all, whatever you have to say about his stupid Batman voice, he was a better Batman than George Clooney.
He was, but I can't
Period.
give up. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah. Clooney's got clout.
You're
This is-
absolutely right in the Batman defense, but
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Are we getting rid of a
Dan man.
Batman
I want
or a
the
Bond?
Dan man.
Hold on, you had a question, Moses?
Are we getting rid of a Batman actor, or are we getting rid
we're
of
getting
an
rid of
actor?
one of these.
We're getting rid of his entire filmography.
So the Batman, I get the theme, but yeah. You gotta get rid of
This is hurting me.
Bale. You gotta get rid of Bale.
Bale's the weakest one.
Yeah.
Bale's the weakest one. And you know what? It honestly,
Fuck.
you're killing me with this. Dan. Ben Affleck doesn't deserve to live.
No, I am all on board with that. The only reason I was born was to kill Ben Affleck, and I'm getting to it.
You're working your way through.
Yeah.
If you eliminate Ben Affleck, you get rid of Clerks 2.
That's fine. I enjoy
good
Clerks
movie.
2 a lot, but
Don't be a goddamn porch monkey, Moses.
You really are
you
being
could take
one,
it back
too.
over that way.
Oh, this is. You did a good job with this, Dan, because this is.
Oh, I don't
fucking
even know my
aggravating.
answer. I don't know my answer. I
I'll
didn't make up my
I'll
mind.
tell you
I'm gonna
this.
say it's
What
Christian
this
Bale
is
for
making me realize is that as much as I love Kevin Smith as being another, fellow New Jersey and whatnot, I'm so frustrated with him right now for putting Ben Affleck in these
Affleck in
films
so
that I
many
otherwise
Yeah.
enjoy so much. He's a
He knew-
terrible actor.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he was torturing us.
Yeah, well, Kevin
This
Smith.
is Kevin Smith's fault.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is his long game.
Yeah.
Was to piss us off.
Yeah, here we are.
We'll get him on the podcast someday.
Maybe. I mean, there's a possibility there.
If he listens to it, he would never come on this podcast.
No, I
That's
know.
very
Well,
true.
not
We're
now.
hoping to get him
Once
in
he
cold.
loses a few more pounds, then he'll get in here.
Yeah, he couldn't fit through the door.
That's true, yeah.
Kevin Smith could defend Ben Affleck and why he's in most of his movies.
All right.
There's no defending that.
Let me. All right. I'm going to do just live thought on this. I am hearing your arguments for Bale, and I do agree. Keaton and. I can't give up Keaton. And Kilmer, we haven't really even talked about.
I can't
but
give
you
up Kilmer either.
you
I can't give up Kilmer either.
Kilmer has
Honestly,
been in so many
No, you
fucking
can't.
movies.
You can't
Real
do it.
Genius is the greatest movie
That's
ever made.
oh my god, get the fuck out of here.
You just can't do it. He's attached to so many great fucking movies.
he's
You can't
been
do
in a
it.
million great films.
Obviously, like I said,
Tombstone
Affleck
is.
was my first lean, but
Yeah,
now
mine too,
I'm
but-
having to parse.
Yeah.
I
So
do love Dogma, and now that you brought up the accountant,
That's
That
not.
was-
I'm not
that's
keeping
not
him
a good
around
movie.
for the accountant.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
Oh.
that was all right.
Affleck's
It
an,
was
an
fine,
autistic
yeah.
person.
Yeah, he's playing himself.
Oh my God! So he's acting, but he's not.
Oh
Which
my
is what he
God.
does in every film.
All right. At least between. Clooney's going to win between him and Affleck because of Oh Brother. I can't give that movie.
I'm not getting rid of Oh Brother
No.
Where Art Thou.
I can't think of another George Clooney to back him up, but I agree with that.
So
That movie alone.
So
Yeah.
Moses, to back up George Clooney, he was in South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Wow. I don't care about that.
I don't care about that
was-
either.
That was a pretty good.
I know
It was fine, but I don't care.
It was a
I haven't
fun
watched
movie.
it
Like,
again
I
since it
enjoyed
came
it,
out.
but
I don't
I
give a
could
shit.
do that.
I
It's
can't
like,
wash out Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Yeah.
can I
That
get rid
movie
of
is
Family
great.
Guy? Sure, I love it, but like, I can get
And
rid
I'm
of it.
saying it now. I will put that above Dogma.
Yeah.
For those of you
Yeah.
out there who have not watched Oh Brother Where Art Thou,
It is a great movie.
great
Have
fucking
to.
film.
It is a great movie.
Totally worth watching. It's just like an
Look
American
up the
classic.
Soggy Bottom Boys and just tell me after listening to them for 5 minutes, your life hasn't been changed.
Yeah.
So now I essentially fall to Affleck and Bale.
I want to say Affleck, but my logic says Bale.
All right, so Dan, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
The only movie that's really of merit by Bale is American Psycho.
You have American Psycho. You have the three Batman movies.
I don't give a shit about those. I'm not counting them.
The middle Batman.
don't give a shit
two-
about that.
Actually,
the two
Begins
I
was
will
all
put
right.
this as
Batman
a-
Begins is better than The Dark Knight.
I would put this
Beginnings
as a
was pretty
niche
good.
point.
Yeah,
it's very
I
much a
take
niche
that
point.
back.
Doesn't
Those
hold a lot
two.
of weight, but Equilibrium.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good movie. That's a
I
good
know what I'm
movie.
saying. That's a niche point.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not-
give him that.
I
I'll give him
haven't
that.
decided how much weight. I
Yeah.
like that movie, but it's also kind of
If it didn't
it's
exist,
got
there's
more-
movies like it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
miss
yeah.
it.
If he has more like that, sure.
I wouldn't miss it, but I thought the remake of 310 to Yuma was pretty decent.
that was fine. Yeah.
It was good. It was
fine.
good.
It's nothing to save your skin.
I don't know if it will change
that
anything
doesn't-
for me.
Yeah, that doesn't change
Does
anything, but it
nothing
was
for
fine.
me, yeah.
Oh fuck! Am I gonna
Well,
put Affleck
Moses,
above Bale?
if you get rid of Bale, you lose Thor, Love and Thunder.
That's fine.
gives a shit
we can
about
all
that?
lose that. We can all lose that.
Was that a
movie.
joke? I don't know what
an
you're
avid
joking
Marvel
with.
fan.
I'm
That's fine.
saying it to Moses, who can't stand to
fine.
I
lose.
think
he
Marvel
loves
would
that shit.
willingly forget that movie existed if they
That
could.
movie
now.
had too much Guns N' Roses for my taste.
Oh, then did we need to get rid of Terminator 2 then?
No, that had
the
just
previous one?
No, that was a different Guns N' Roses. Say, we could have an argument about Guns N' Roses.
That was just White
because
Yoakum.
there was Guns N' Roses, and then there was this time when there was like Slash
I
and
feel
Snake
like I
Pit
may be
and Chinese
drifting
Democracy.
I'm drifting
and
Bale.
Something else.
So I'm actually on the fence too. So I want you guys to sway me because I'm
Yes.
going to make this decision purely on spite.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like
please,
you're about
please,
to
give it
upset
to
me,
us,
but
give it
go
to
ahead.
us, Dan.
I'm picking either Affleck or Clooney because of spite.
You can't get rid of
Oh
Clooney.
man. Okay. All right. I want to hear your argument.
No, I'm just doing it because out of spite.
Well, he gave,
Right.
he
Okay,
gave
that's
us,
your argument.
he gave us the
Fair.
bottom option.
Yeah. I'm not, this is not going to be
All right.
made because of reason or logic. It's because I don't like one of these two.
All right.
As a
Between
person.
Clooney and who?
Oh, it could be
Affleck.
I'm gonna go Clooney just because of my hate for Affleck.
Are you
Affleck.
Keeping Clooney or
I'm keeping Clooney.
I'm keeping Clooney.
I have to keep Clooney. The bottom line for me, and I hate to just like land it on one film, but Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is like, it's like saying I want to get rid of Casablanca. You just can't erase this from
It's the
American
Americana
history.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
It's quite literally.
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
the
yeah,
Americana
yeah,
Odyssey.
yeah.
As douchey as you
It's
sound
one
right
of
now,
the
you are
greatest
completely
films
right.
this country has ever
Yeah.
produced, and so you can't get rid of it. And honestly, and I hate George Clooney; he's a piece of shit. But this is a role that he was born to play
Yeah.
because his character is a douchebag.
So,
and he
like,
plays it
unlikable,
so
top to
well.
bottom.
I love that
Exactly,
he
yeah.
hates George Clooney because he is George Clooney, just poor.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
You don't even know me, sir. This is my first time on this show.
I read your Wikipedia.
All right.
I read your Wikipedia.
Yeah. Stuff a couple more dumplings in your mouth.
I wish I had them.
Yeah.
How do you know so much about my
No,
dumpling
I mean,
obsession?
I feel like, I would sooner get rid of Affleck is useless and Bale is more or less useless and unlikable. These other people have produced things that have merit, that are good
Ben
films.
Affleck's been in a lot of things that even if he's not, like, he's just in the background.
Well, it's
Ben
the
Affleck-
I wanna
poisoning of
keep
the
it.
well of the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
in it, so it's
I'll
gone.
say that. The terrible thing about Ben Affleck being in this is that he's not good, and you do want to get rid of him.
He's not.
And if the question was, who could you swap out?
Or who's the
then
better
that's
actor?
Easy.
It's Bale.
Because Ben Affleck is the worst out of all of these actors by a landslide.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's been in movies that are very unique,
Yeah.
very interesting, that there's no duplicate for, whereas Bale, for the most part, other than American Psycho, he's like all those movies, there's just a duplicate of it. You don't need him.
Fuck, I'm getting rid of Bale.
Yeah.
So-
the
Yeah.
only movie that he's in that's unique is American Psycho, and it is a great movie, and I love it.
I was going to say Rain of Fire.
But it's weight. It's the unfortunately it's the because of the by the nature of this game.
yeah. He didn't do
getting
enough.
rid of Christian
Bale
Bale.
didn't do
Christian
enough.
Bale's the one to kick rocks.
So I'm going to throw something out there real quick
Please,
because
please.
because when I first came up with this idea, I thought Ben Affleck was safe for one movie that he's actually not in. Because I always thought he was in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh shit!
And
no,
he
no,
is,
no, 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 no.
and
That's
he is not.
No,
That
it's
is
Matt
not.
Damon.
Matt
That's the other
Damon.
one.
No,
Yeah,
no.
the one with talent.
I
Oh, no,
I don't
it's not Matt Damon.
I don't confuse the two. Matt Damon is in the movie.
Oh, he's
in that?
Private Ryan.
He's Private Ryan.
Right.
Private
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
is he?
person who people confuse for Ben Affleck in that movie is Edward Burns.
Oh,
fuck is-
you're right.
What's
Why would they
Edward
make
Burns?
that confusion?
Remind me
One
of,
is an actor, and the other one is an idiot.
No, I've heard of Edward Burns.
Vin
Give me,
Diesel was also in that movie. If I
Oh,
remember.
shit, I forgot
Everybody
about
and their
that.
mother was in that goddamn
Yeah,
movie.
that's
True.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston is in that movie.
Yeah,
That's
we
true.
mentioned
Yeah.
that.
He was a
Like this game.
lieutenant or something.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Fuck, that one hurt
Was
me
that-
in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
dude.
Was that before Breaking Bad?
Of course
oh,
it
yeah,
was.
way
Or not Breaking
before.
Bad.
Are you joking?
Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle.
before
It
that?
was before that
It
as
was
well.
before
yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. I want to say, like, Saving
That's
Private
an
Ryan
older
is like an old
movie,
fucking
yeah.
movie now.
Is
By
it-
all right.
Is it
And
like
that
95 or
had
something?
what's his face, the Italian actor from New Jersey. What's his name?
Which one?
Oh my God!
Pesci?
He's Joe Pesci was not in Saving Private Ryan. Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, you said
Oh
that.
my
You said the
God.
actor from New Jersey, so that must be
No.
Danny DeVito.
He was in
Danny DeVito.
True Romance. He played the hitman.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
I swear to God, can you please let somebody else answer this question because you clearly don't know
I feel
it.
like I feel like Caesar right now. I'm just getting
Yeah.
I know who you're
stabbed from
talking
every
about. I
direction.
know who you're talking about. Joe Pantoliano.
No.
No.
All right, so to answer the first question, Saving Private Ryan predates Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes.
Obviously.
When did that come out?
Malcolm in the Middle,
No, the other. Well, I guess.
1998 for Saving Private Ryan, and Malcolm in the Middle was 2000 to 2006.
Really? I thought that was in the 90s. That started in the 90s.
That's because you're fucking ancient.
Oh, that's fair.
So what was the next question?
Who is the Italian actor known for that trope? Who was what was he? He was a sergeant, I think, in Saving Private Ryan.
The bald guy.
Well,
Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore. That's the answer.
Oh, okay.
I don't see Italian in that.
I knew
I
knew Sizemore was in it, but,
Italian
I was
stereotypes
thinking
in almost
Italian
every fucking
actors.
movie. And he played one of his most
from
iconic
New
roles
Jersey?
was in yeah, he is.
Yes,
I didn't know
yeah.
And then one of his most iconic roles was in True Romance, where he
Yes.
played the hitman.
Yes, yeah.
And he was an Italian mob.
He was like
There was a lot of people in Saving, like Barry Pepper.
oh yeah.
He played the sniper.
Gary Oldman's greatest role is in True Romance, in my opinion.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great role, but I don't know if that.
I'm sorry. What role is better than that in terms of his acting ability? Because he created that
I'm going to
role by
say
himself.
Fifth Element.
I mean,
Zorg, the professional.
I don't
In
need
the
you to tell me his fucking name.
In the
I'm very familiar.
Well,
Jean Baptiste
I'm sorry, it
Emmanuel
seems like you
Zorg. I know his
forgot that
fucking
before.
name.
I forgot we're not podcasting,
being
are
ripped
we?
apart.
We
in
are
this episode.
podcasting.
Oh, we
right now.
are.
Yeah, we are podcasting right now.
This is a podcast, buddy.
I would also throw in with Gary Oldman, Leon.
Yeah, that's what the
Yes,
that's
yeah.
what I was.
Everyone.
Oh, that was a great fucking scene.
That's
a great fucking
that's a
movie.
great movie.
One of his, like, truly, especially in early
Yeah.
on movie
In terms of, so I'll clarify my statement. In terms of acting, 100%, both of your points are very accurate. In terms of the created character that's just made up out of nothing, I would argue that, so basically when you're looking at the professional, he's basically playing a regular person who also has all of these problems.
Right,
And
yes,
he's,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
It's fair.
And he's just an incredible actor and a lunatic in
He's
it.
just a stressed out fucking cop that wants.
It's not
Right.
stress.
Yeah,
He's also
it's feeling
really
stressed.
yeah,
He's fucked up. Yeah. When you look at the
More
Fifth
relaxed
Element and he's playing Emmanuel Zorg,
Yeah.
in that's a character
It's a
that he
range,
created
because
to a
he's
degree.
calm and then
Right.
he's.
And that's fair as well. My point about his best role being in True Romance is that he created this character
Yes.
of being a white man who thinks that he's black, who knows that he's white, and is a pimp and a murderer, and just completely
good.
leans into it, and no one told him to do it. So in other words, when you're talking about the Fifth Element and he's playing Zorg, this is a movie that's a sci-fi. So his character was naturally going to be as ridiculous as all of the other characters. So they're all just playing like these tropes. Whereas when you're looking at True Romance, all the other characters are just basically regular people.
And his character is
the one
fucking
But your
who
ante-
chose
your
to do this.
antithesis to this is just all I'm picturing is the jerk and Shaft.
All right. Let's all shut up for a second and settle the first question first.
That's fair.
We've moved
That's
on
fair.
to
I'm not happy, but I'll do it.
new actors, new movies, all this shit.
Nobody should be happy.
Who are we giving up? Because I think I'm giving up Bale.
I'm giving up Bale.
I'm going Bale too, yeah.
Bale.
A resounding
Dan, you.
Bale.
I'm bailing on Bale, Dan.
So this was actually pretty funny. It's going to be unanimous again. You've swayed me. I'm getting rid of Bale.
Who was your other?
I was telling you that I was going to get rid of Affleck or Clooney purely out of spite.
Yeah.
But scrolling through his filmography.
Yeah, we could lose it.
Who? Affleck or Clooney?
Oh my God.
Bale's. Bale.
Oh,
How many
Bale.
times do you have to say it? Bale. Bale.
If
Not paying attention.
Wait, who, Dan?
the only thing that you lose by getting rid of Christian Bale,
It's just
is
American Psycho.
3 movies.
Yeah.
3 movies.
Yeah.
American Psycho,
Yes,
Batman
correct.
Begins,
Yeah,
and
Batman.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
that's it.
And that's
the
it.
Batman movies, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's not
And
like
there's-
you'll ever be wanting for a
Yeah,
Batman movie.
you're not
Yeah.
going to be left wanting. If you
You're-
keep
you're
Michael
right.
Keaton, you have 2 better Batman movies.
Yes.
The only unique film that he did was American Psycho, and I would be sorry to lose
But we
that.
still get the book, so it doesn't matter.
I don't read. What is that?
I'm sorry.
So as
you
much
said
as
your
should
last
be
name was
sorry.
White.
So as much as I don't like Ben Affleck, I don't want to lose Clerks 2, Clerks
Yeah.
1,
It was a great movie.
Mallrats,
Yeah.
Dogma, all of those movies.
I could lose Mallrats, I'll be honest.
Despite the fact that he's
I could
not
do
in those
Chasing Amy,
movies
too.
very much.
No.
I think he's in Mallrats more than
he's in Mallrats
He's
more
in
than the
Dogma
others.
more than.
Yeah, he's also in Dogma more. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then for George Clooney, you've swayed me. I think we've watched that too. Yeah, although I've probably been drunk watching it, so I probably didn't absorb it as much. But based on that, he's also in the Thin Red Line.
I'll
Don't wanna
say-
get rid-
I'll say
the only
this.
one that's really in a war movie.
Yep.
I'll say this about the conclusion that we arrived at, where Ben Affleck survived by the skin of his fucking teeth.
It's all
and isn't that
different
just like
reasons.
Ben Affleck
It
to
is,
ride
yeah.
goddamn
Yeah.
fucking coattails somewhere?
You know what?
Where he actually didn't do anything good, and yet he's able to get to the next
into
film.
luck. He's
Oh,
like
my
fucking married
God.
to Jennifer Lopez
Yeah.
right now.
It's unbelievable.
That was another thing that I wanted to do. I was thinking of just dreadful movies. Like, I can erase Geely.
Right,
Tomorrow.
I can erase that Daredevil.
Should be erased.
I can erase Daredevil. I would love to do that. But
Yeah,
I
you're
can't.
never going to be able to do that, buddy.
No, I know. But that was
It's just because he
pretty bad.
exists through movies.
Yeah, he's just like he's just blessed with good friends who
Yeah.
feel bad for him. That's really what it is. He has a lot of powerful friends who take pity on him.
Dan, I'm going to tell you, that one hurt.
Yeah,
That one fucking
that
hurt.
sucked.
Yeah,
Don't
I
throw
was-
Ben Affleck into another one.
I wasn't even prepared to give it to
Yeah, because I wanted to give it to Affleck so
I've
fucking
always
bad,
hated
just on,
Affleck.
like, gut
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
But
I've always hated Affleck, and I wanted to. That was my
Everyone hates
initial. But
Affleck. Yeah.
I liked it because it's got that, it lulls you into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a Batman thing.
Right.
And then you go through their
once it was the
actual
Batman thing,
filmography.
I was like, I know where this
yeah.
is going.
And then you're like, oh, they were in other movies.
Yeah.
Were they good? And so I knew, I also, when I make these, I like to set you guys up
Yeah.
because you'll be like, oh, Affleck. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do that?
so easy, right?
Clooney.
Yeah, well-
Oh, are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Clooney, I knew that I disliked Clooney immediately, but he's in movies that I like.
Yeah.
Because there are.
other than Brother We're Out There.
That's the only one.
It
That's the
doesn't
only one.
matter.
Doesn't
because
matter.
I will never
Yeah.
give
That's
up.
all Clooney's.
I'll
riding
die on that
right
cross.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
I'm
all
with you.
Clooney's riding on right now.
I will-
Is Brother We're Out There.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
So fucking
It's so
much.
fucking good that I'm not going to get rid of it.
I
It's
would-
just that simple.
I was going to make the case too that he's also in the Thin Red Line war movie.
Yes, yeah.
He's in
Do you
South
like
Park.
that movie?
That's fine enough.
My father
It's
watched
fine
it
enough.
occasionally. It wasn't in his top 10.
He's in South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which I find
whatever.
of equal hilarity to some of those.
Sure.
Kevin
Was he
Smith
playing
movies.
himself in that? Or?
Yeah, he wasn't playing himself. He was playing like the doctor or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, I mean, at least it's a good fun because I'm sure they made fun of him.
And then the thing that kind of tipped me to keeping him is because one of the better earlier episodes of American Dad was just completely dunking on him. Like they were just planning on murdering him the entire episode. And I'm like, I don't want to lose that because if he doesn't exist, then how are we making this
I
episode?
do enjoy
funny.
American Dad.
One
I
fucking-
like that so
One
much.
artistic property can save your fucking ass.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it happened in the last time we
Yeah.
played this game. Ben Affleck
Oh, yeah, 'cause
and George Clooney
Yeah.
are essentially just Harrison Ford from the last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
True.
saved by one. And for Harrison Ford,
It's
it
a little
was
different though,
and
because
for-
Harrison Ford had merit.
Harrison Ford. I was going to get rid of him, especially.
Yeah.
But when I saw that he had a bit part in Apocalypse Now,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
I
get rid of him.
cannot get
That's
rid of
what
it.
I-
I cannot get rid of that film.
No, you're right.
Yeah. If they've been in one of my top 5
Yeah,
movies,
yeah.
then they're here.
Yeah.
They're staying.
That's literally what it comes down to.
That's my fucking ride or
Yeah.
die right there.
That's why
Clooney was great in fucking Brother We're Out There. He
yeah,
was
you're
just, like,
fucking
so
right.
much
He was
fun.
absolutely.
He was so much
a
fun
star
to-
of that. Yeah.
That's why there was no discussion.
I wish he
for
was
Val Kilmer.
Star-Lord.
yeah.
No.
None.
Oh, that's
Oh, no. Val
He's been in
Kilmer's
every
board.
Val-
Yeah, dude. It was right smack in the middle of my
Yeah.
lesson. It's like, no one's touching Val
No
Kilmer.
one's touching Val
Yeah.
Kilmer.
No.
Yeah.
And like everyone has a different reason for it. That was like Tombstone, and he's safe. I
Mine's
don't
Heat.
care.
The movie Heat.
Heat.
Yeah.
And, like,
Mine's Real
even
Genius.
For me, the fucking
Moses,
same.
your answer is so fucking dumb.
Oh, it's a great fucking
unbelievable.
movie.
That
It's
is
so
such a shitty
it-
fucking film.
It's so fucking fun.
Whatever,
it's 80s. Well, you're a different fucking youth.
You fucking
The
knew.
fuck that.
Also, if I haven't stated this before, get off my lawn.
I will say, going through all 5 of
Yeah.
their filmographies,
Yeah.
this was kind of like the low hanging, like, who am I going to pick? Because outside of a few movies, they're like, I can get rid, except for Val Kilmer, I could get rid of any one of these people.
How are you getting rid of Michael Keaton?
I mean, if you eliminate
Beetlejuice
the
alone,
Batman movies,
even if there's
Beetlejuice
alone.
is legit.
Alone,
Beetlejuice and Johnny Dangerously, I
Yeah,
grant
Johnny
you, but-
Dangerous.
Johnny
Also,
Dangerously.
I want to add into that. Wasn't he the star of the movie?
Mr. Mom.
The founder. I was going to say that McDonald's thing that they released.
he did
a
that
few
movie.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like, not that I
forgot
really
that.
care about that, but I just thought it it was good. I just wanted to chime
What
in.
was the movie where he like had a bunch of clones?
Oh, Multiplicity.
Multiplicity.
Oh, fuck.
She touched my Pepe, Steve.
Yes! Because that didn't have a whole
I
lot
love
of,
that
like,
I didn't know
airway.
what the name of the movie was, but I remember very specific lines.
That movie didn't have, like, a whole lot of,
got
like,
pizza.
advertising. But, like, and that's the only line that I remember from that movie is, oh, she touched my
Yeah,
Pepe
that's
Steve.
the-
And, like, it wasn't, like, advertised like a, The Mask or fucking, like, a Jim Carrey movie. It's just something that everybody knows, or at least the two of us.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody touches your
I
Pepe.
remember just watching it on repeat on HBO when I was a kid. When I would stay over at my aunt's house, it was always on HBO.
It's a good movie. Like,
It's
as
not
far
a
as
good
that
movie.
goes.
Let's not go that far.
It is.
Oh, I'm not bringing it up as a life-saving movie.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, like, watch, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't want to. I'm not putting my voice behind these other things.
I can't play those instruments.
Let's go through some of these because we got
please.
Tombstone. Val Kilmer was in True Romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at him like he's just fucking untouchable.
He is in a lot. The Doors
he's
is
been
a
in
good
everything,
movie.
yeah.
And
I
it's
enjoy
funny
the Doors.
because the metric is of the Batmans, and he's like obviously not my favorite Batman, but like I looked at that name, and I'm just like untouchable.
I feel like that should
Fucking
be
untouchable.
discussed at the end of this. Out of the 5, who's like rank your Batmans?
Well, we might as well do it now
yeah,
before
let's
we
do that.
move on
Yeah,
to anything else.
We can include the ones that we didn't mention before because honestly, Adam West would have had a bye. No one would have
Right,
talked.
that's right.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
nobody's going to talk shit on Adam West.
All right, I'll say my piece not as like a favorite because you also got that fucking Twilight douchebag that's fucking
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson, the sparkly kid.
I'm not counting that.
He's not a bad Batman, but I don't like that movie.
Whatever.
I watched all the other Batmans a lot, and I guess for some reason I just did not. What was the name of the Batman with Val Kilmer?
Batman Forever.
That's the one that had
the
Jim
Riddler?
Carrey and
Yeah,
Carrey
Jim
and
Carrey
Tommy
and
Lee Jones.
yeah.
I think that's the only one I ever saw once.
Oh, that's the one I've
Yeah.
probably seen.
So, and like I'm only giving it that tick because like it's the one I remember the least.
I have difficulty ranking them because I'll say this. As far as Keaton goes, as I said before, I think that he played Bruce Wayne very well.
I think he had the best, definitely balance of playing. We'll call him two characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
two characters.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Well,
It's the
character
way he
himself
plays-
is playing
That's
two
what
characters.
his acting
Yeah.
style is.
Oh, it's
kinda-
cool. Oh, it's
yeah.
gazpacho.
Yeah, right. Fucking hell.
It's
I
supposed
think
to be
that
cold,
I think
sir.
that he did a more legitimate job of playing the character. What I will say of Val Kilmer and George Clooney is that those movies are Adam West-esque. They're
That's
jokes
fair.
that are
They
meant
got
to
kind
be
of
That's
into
fair.
the fantastical.
yeah.
aspect.
So now kind of the question, because I feel like I have to judge them separately for that reason, because they're doing a different thing.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then it becomes like, which one is funnier? And then I would kind of lean towards Clooney, because he's the one with the Bat MasterCard.
I knew you were gonna
Right.
fucking go there.
Yeah.
See, well,
How do you not go there?
but you also have to you have to judge it by what your idea of Batman is. And I know this has been influenced
Wow, how
from all of this.
postmodern.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because-
he's about to drop some fucking knowledge on you.
What is Batman like? What do you picture Batman as? And, there's that stoic, scary kind of aspect, or there's
Oh,
that,
the way that Christian Bale perceived it? Where are the drugs?
Yeah.
I will say,
or
though,
there's that fun way. Like,
if we're making fun of the Christian Bale Batman, the scene where he is picking off the mobsters at the dock is
Yeah.
a really good scene.
it's a great scene, but he doesn't need to be there.
Scene.
He doesn't even need to be there to make that scene.
That is fair, and we're kind of because it's like, is that
That's just a
Christopher Nolan
cameraman.
or is that?
Yeah.
It's Christopher Nolan. That's what it is.
Well-
it's at least Nolan.
I'll
It's-
jump in here and I'll rank them.
It's not Bale.
Yeah, please.
Last is Robert Pattinson. Because I barely
I don't even
watched-
know why he's mentioned, to be quite honest with you.
I barely
I have an argument to that.
I fell asleep watching the
case.
movie. Don't really
I
care.
don't like that
Yeah.
movie. It's so boring.
They tried too hard to do like a year one.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
long and doesn't make any sense.
All right, so that's bottom. Next one, Ben Affleck, because his Batman in those movies it's
I honestly, I'll be
wanna
straight
hear the
up.
rest
I
of your-
never watched one of those, and I never want to see one.
I watched one at a bar one time. I think I got the gist of it.
I kind of
Yeah.
because he's not.
What I would
he's
say-
only did he
there
do
are
an actual Batman movie? Like a legit.
No. It's
no.
always Justice League.
It was Justice League, Superman.
Oh, yeah, it's just-
There are
right.
what I will say, and I will give it very small credit in like few very isolated scenes. It is some of the most visceral comic-like combat scenes, but that doesn't save him.
No,
as
it
bad.
doesn't.
Yeah, and it's also unintentional. Like, at least when Clooney's talking about a Bat MasterCard, you have to assume that they knew that, like, maybe he didn't because he's fucking retarded, but everyone else knew that it was a joke.
Oh, if I can just say it now, because it just reminded me from the Keaton movies, R.I.P. Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, and
the Penguin's
Cobblepot
dad.
Sr.
Yeah.
Got a bad rap for jerking off in a place where people jerk off.
Yeah.
Wait, who else got this?
What?
What?
Pee-wee.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah, I know that. Oh,
What do you
Paul
think we're
Rubens.
talking about?
The big controversy about him jerking off in a movie theater because he
A
was at
porno theater.
I thought we were talking about Batman.
He was watching a porno video and everybody was like, my God, he was jerking off the
played
porn.
Oswald Cobblepot's father.
Yeah.
What's to be done? What's to be done with this? You're jerking off in a porno
My God,
theater.
this man who masturbates to pornography, no less.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, Dan? What a country this
My
is.
styles.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you fought for this.
I'm sorry, I have to say my piece. R.I.P. Paul Rubens.
Yeah, I fought so I could jerk off. Not so any of you could
Fucking
jerk off.
yeah. That's the only reason I ever thank you for anything.
Stop
the
jerking
freedom
off.
that I have when no one's around at 3 p.m.
I
on
remember
a
hearing
Tuesday.
it when I was like a kid. It's like he was jerking off in a movie theater. And then you find out, no, he was jerking off in a porn theater.
Reason.
What else do you do in a porn theater? I'm sorry, I don't know. But
Yeah.
like,
It is funny that people have a different opinion of that.
Yeah.
Also, like, not for nothing. I know we're going off on a tangent right here. No. I just want to comment that
God
people.
damn it, Batman!
He really wants to talk about Batman, but we shifted over to talking about jerking off. And it really just hurts his
I'm just
soul.
saying, what do you think people are doing in porno
which
theaters?
Batman jerks off the hardest?
Oh, that
Keaton.
Clooney.
So
It's probably Clooney. That's
we
fair.
could tie it together. If Pee-wee was jerking off during a Batman movie, we'd have a little bit more to
There
be
you
upset
go.
about.
That's true. Yeah.
He was in one of the best Batman movies.
I don't know.
Let's say.
All right, so let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
George Clooney, because he's just this.
He's smarmy as
He's
fuck.
smarmy. He's too plastic.
gross,
But
yeah.
that's why he played that character so
Was he the
well.
one with the nipples on the suit?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
bat nipple.
It was
It was, it was
Yeah.
that way after as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't change that.
I love that, though.
That was
It
the
was
one that had
weird.
Alicia Silverstone.
As Alfred's daughter.
That's the best
Schwarzenegger.
part where Alfred was like, I got
Dying
an
of
outfit
Graves'
for you.
disease or something?
And then he pulls it out, and it's supposed to be the Batgirl costume, and it's fucking slutty as shit. And it's just like, and even as a child, this is not even a joke. As a child, when I didn't really like understand like that
Right,
level
right.
of
Yeah.
sexuality, I hadn't gotten into that level of nefariousness yet. And I watched that as a kid, and I was like, damn, that's weird. That's your granddad giving you like a fucking whore's outfit to go and like run around
No,
town
he
with.
built this before she was she was in the womb.
It's
He's like,
fucked up, man.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The
It's
fact
fucking
that-
weird.
The only thing that changed about that costume was the fact that he found out that he's having a granddaughter and not a grandson.
Was
Was that the one that had Robert Swenson playing Bane in it too?
Oh yeah.
Is that
yeah.
the main one?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. Poison. It's
yeah,
Uma
that was
Thurman
Robert
and-
Swenson who
Yes,
played Bane in
that's
that movie,
that's
yeah.
correct, because in that exact same movie, there's a whole built-up scene where it's Poison Ivy,
Yeah.
and Clooney goes, or maybe it's Robin who goes
It's
to
Rob-
kiss her,
Chris
and
O'Donnell.
and there's a whole fucking built-up thing where he's like they kiss, and she's like blah 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 blah. It's poison lips, and he's like, I was wearing fake lips the whole time. It's so fucking dumb.
The fact that you brought up Robin, I want this to be known, is Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin in the...
Marlon Wayans?
Yeah.
What?
And
In what?
in Batman and Robin sequel from Returns.
Okay.
But he signed on, and then they casted Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell, yeah.
But
Marlon Wayans?
But in his contract, he still gets paid.
Oh, well, good for him.
Because that
Yeah,
movie
good
got
for
made.
him.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, good for him.
It's
Like,
nice to
he
be a
didn't do
Hollywood
anything.
actor. Yeah.
But Marlon Wayans,
Are you gonna defend
For that
this?
time, that would have been a fucking
it
step.
still doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
I know that Chris O'Donnell doesn't make any goddamn sense because that guy's like 40 when he was
Well,
born.
no, fair, but Marlon, Chris O'Donnell or Marlon Wayans?
I don't know. Well, I guess between the two, but
Yeah. None of that makes any sense.
There's no right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
All right. So next on the list, Christian Bale.
Oof.
Lay it on me.
Ooh, doggy.
No, that was the next
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
that, like he's.
This is your list, right?
Yeah, this is my list.
Yeah.
So he's.
What number are we at?
So we had Pattinson, Affleck,
Yeah.
Clooney,
and then Bale.
and then the next one will be Val Kilmer.
Gotcha.
I feel like he did a better job being like a Batman in toto, like Bruce Wayne, and
That's fair.
playing the character.
So
He played a good Bruce Wayne because he's like, I feel like Val Kilmer's always dumbfounded. Where in any situation he's in,
Yeah.
he's just like,
What was that?
Yeah.
What's that fucking movie? We just watched this not all too long ago. Maybe like it was definitely the past couple of months. He's like a thief of some sort.
oh, the Saint.
The Saint.
Oh, the Saint. Yeah, that's what I said before.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
because it's one of those dumber movies that I
that's a
remember
fun-
on
that is
HBO.
One of
That's
the
a fun
dumbest, high-ranked movies that
It
I've
is.
ever seen.
It
is
The
very
fact that
high-ranked.
people give that 9 out of 10 is shocking.
When we were having this argument
Compare
earlier,
it.
just like 10 minutes ago, I threw the Saint out there and I'm like, that's one of the dumbest fucking movies.
It's fucking
But it's a
dumb
good
as
movie.
shit. It's not a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
Doesn't have to make sense to be a good movie.
It doesn't make any sense. It's also not good.
That's a fun fucking movie, man.
All right, Dan, who are we on right now? Because I'm getting lost. With
We have two left.
Okay.
And so number 2 will be Michael Keaton.
Number 2 for
great.
Keaton, huh?
Yeah.
It's great.
And then number
He
1.
founded McDonald's.
And also I'll put a little, parentheses in
Yeah,
here. Kevin Conroy, who voiced Batman
Well,
on the
yeah,
animated
for-
series.
Dan, that's a dirty dog move right there.
It's a dirty dog move, but Kevin Conroy
He's
was
right.
the voice
He's
of
out
Batman.
of line, but he's right.
Yeah.
For that we all fucking know. From Batman, the animated
Yeah,
series, all that shit.
All the way
fuck
to
you.
all the way to the Arkham games too.
Yeah, because
He did like
he
two
died
of
only a
those.
couple
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
2 years ago or
He
something.
retired when they
retired.
asked him for the third.
They brought him back to do the Killing Joke, but everyone hated it.
Yeah.
Well, they added something that didn't need
Yeah,
to be
they
added.
added something to make it longer.
and
then
it's like, just add more people. like, just in the
Well,
credits.
listen,
Like,
Kevin
whatever.
Conroy was the voice of
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
kind of grew up.
Yeah.
But then
the iconic voice of animated Batman that we all fucking
Yeah.
knew,
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy.
there's nothing.
Him
that
and
to-
Mark Hamill
Yeah.
are my fucking. That's why I love Batman.
Yeah, there's
so much.
nothing
is
that
because
really
of that.
top. There's nothing that really tops the I am vengeance.
No.
I am the
No.
knight.
Yeah. No.
I am Batman.
And the artwork in that.
Yeah.
Fucking. What was
Oh,
that?
yeah,
Paul
but Kevin
Dini?
Conroy, obviously Mark Hamill played
Yeah.
a Joker, Tara Strong doing Harley Quinn, and yeah.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Yeah,
Was fucking great.
it was a very well made animated series.
Yeah.
I would say it's like that and like the old X-Men show that were like
Fair.
the top of
Yeah.
like
Fair.
mature.
I'm excited to see this new X-Men. It's supposed to be a continuation of what was it, 95?
Yes, yeah.
And they're going to continue, like they're doing this on Disney Plus, and
Yes.
it's animated
Well-
in the same vein as, and supposedly in the same artwork of that.
I mean, we'll
that,
see. Like,
which-
I have fond memories because I was a kid back then. I don't know how all.
One of the newest fucking cartoons that I've watched that I've enjoyed was like X-Men Evolution, and like the artwork is
I vaguely
weird,
remember it.
but
I vaguely-
like,
I
I
remember
enjoyed
it
it.
to a
Like, just
degree.
because the artwork nowadays is jarring to me as a 90-year-old.
But
Get
Moses,
off my lawn.
before we start talking about remakes, revivals, and all that stuff, because we're going to chime on that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a little bit, because we are kind of running out of time, shockingly.
Holy shit balls.
Number 1, and it's obvious, Adam West.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He was the one
The
that was
shark spray.
Yeah, the shark spray.
The shark spray is honestly the most memorable scene from all of that.
I have such an affinity because I legitimately, obviously, it wasn't my time, but I remember watching it so much as a kid. And particularly, this is like one of those memories that you isolate to certain things. Like, I was a latchkey kid, so I'd go to my grandparents' house a lot. And, like, whatever channel it was on, it was always playing the Adam West Batman fucking series.
It was great to watch as a kid. It was so goofy. It was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
No matter
It
what
was
your
very
age.
It touched all the right buttons.
Yeah.
And what's his name as the Joker? Caesar
Caesar Romero.
Caesar Romero.
I love that he wouldn't
Refused
get
to
rid of the
shave
stash.
his mustache.
The fucking Riddler won an fucking Emmy, or an Emmy.
Sure.
What the hell is his name?
I
Fuck, I
don't
can't
remember.
think
I
of
only
it.
remember Caesar Romero.
Frank Gorshin.
Oh, okay.
He won an Emmy for playing the Riddler on Batman. Like, nobody else has won anything for the 60 whatever
Rightfully
Batman.
So, yeah.
But he won an Emmy playing the Joker, or the Riddler.
But you gotta play those blams and plows so well. So.
You guys know I like Rocky.
Yes.
Burgess Meredith
Yes.
was Penguin.
The Penguin,
Yes, he was
yes.
a penguin, yeah.
So
Yeah.
how great is that to go from watching Rocky, where you're like, you're a wrecking machine, to like, you'll never get me.
I grew up in that time where those
And yet
Batmans
nobody beat DeVito.
were like before my time.
Yeah.
But Rocky was the here and now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching those Batmans and seeing him and being told by others, because I couldn't put that together in my head.
As is the case today.
That's the same guy, and it's like weird, especially looking back when
I mean,
I
especially
could
like,
see, they're the same character.
there's
they're the
clearly
same character.
Yeah, no, not far off.
Yeah.
Not far off.
They're-
And
they're
yeah,
like-
Burgess Meredith. And he's done a million fucking roles, but those two iconic.
Yeah, that's
essentially
what
fucking- yeah.
I know. He's a historied actor, but I can't see Paul. Like Paulie probably would have got through to Rock if he had a umbrella.
We're not talking about Rocky.
We're gonna get Dan off on a tangent with that kind of talk.
Yeah, you can't leave me alone in a room talking about Rocky.
I'm leading.
Well, what I can talk about in the limited time that we have left is I've been checking out the revival of Futurama.
Oh shit!
And
yeah, I haven't seen that.
It came back on Hulu because apparently that show cannot stay canceled.
So it's owned by Disney.
I think that's how that would work.
Yeah.
Because if it depends on the
Hulu is
ownership.
Disney.
Hulu is owned by Disney, but it's also got like a weird affiliation
It
with
does.
Fox.
It
in
does.
there,
It's
so-
complicated.
All these companies own each other.
Well, no, that Fox thing. That's why they put it out now, because that Fox thing. A lot of those rules are null now because they got Marvel got Fantastic Four, and
Well, they just all own each other. They purchase rights and so on and so forth. They trade all-
Before you give us your thoughts on it, some things, and this is just a point that I kind of live with, is like some things should just be allowed to die.
Yes.
I agree, yeah.
And
that's
yeah. So please go on. I'm just saying my points.
It is sort of the sad part of it because it's not quite to where, like, I don't know if you've watched any sort of recent Simpsons episodes.
No,
I was gonna say you can't.
I literally
Maybe
killed
let
that in my
something
head.
go.
I'm like, that's dead to me.
I
and
don't
I'm
think
just-
I've watched the newest Simpsons
Yeah.
in like 10 years.
No reason to.
I remember like 10, maybe even 15 years ago, I was watching an episode. I'm like, this is sad.
Yeah.
It's like watching a grandparent or someone that you
Yes,
like known for a
there's
while
something
time.
very sad about it.
Just like
It's like
they're
you're
no
just-
longer cognizant.
Right.
You're
It's just
just
you're
on the
watching them
out-
slowly die, and I'm like, this is so awful. Why do
Yeah.
I do this to myself?
Yeah.
You're just
It's
on the
one
outskirts of an
if I can
atomic
say
bomb.
like a weird point, it's like media today, they don't let IPs die. They can't. And like
They
no
wanna
story
capitalize
There's
even has
nothing
a-
new.
They will not let a storyline or an IP have a fulfilling end
Yeah.
because they just want to drag
Because
it along
it's
to death.
it's not about there was a time, if you go back far enough, there was a time where you created a thing and you made it and there was an artistic quality to it.
Yeah.
But you don't really have that anymore because the bottom line is that the IP is worth so much.
yeah. In terms
that
of
you'll
marketing,
yeah,
in terms
you'll
of
never let it die.
merchandising.
It's product.
Yeah.
It's just a product, exactly. So you just keep doing it.
It was an old Simpsons gag long before long after the show becomes unprofitable.
Yeah.
Like
Simpsons
that's
did
when
it
they were
first.
talking about how the show
Yeah.
would be canceled. It would just become unprofitable.
Profitable. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you can make money from it, then they'll just keep making it,
Yeah.
which means that they'll bury it as well.
Yes.
And that's very sad. So, as far as Futurama goes, I have not seen these newest ones, but the show itself was canceled too early initially.
Yes.
When
I
they
don't know if
first
it
It's been
was.
canceled, what, 3 times?
It was canceled
Yeah.
when it was on
Multiple times,
Fox. It
multiple
was canceled
times,
when
yeah.
it came back on Comedy Central.
Yes.
And now it's back up on Hulu 10 years
Yeah.
later. The episodes that I watch, it's so weird watching these episodes because when it was on Fox, it was very much grafted into this. It's not going to make pop
Procedural
culture
kind of
reference.
thing.
Right.
It's going to build its own world based on like, oh, like.
Oh, no,
all
that's fair.
All of this change. All the videotapes were erased after the second coming of Jesus.
Yes.
Like something like that to kind of erase any sort of past connection to the old world. And now all of a sudden, there's an entire episode where they go and they're in the Old West mining for Bitcoin.
Isn't that Mars?
Yeah.
This is the Old West? Because
No, it's on Earth.
no.
It's on Earth
That-
because
well,
they
but it
can't
was-
remember their own canon.
God damn it.
And that's the thing. It's that the separation that used to exist, and that the whole point of it was that it was 1,000 years in the
Yes.
future.
Well,
that was kind of the point of
And
the
it's
joke.
also like,
you know?
like I'm also like sorry, but like you let things go too long. So like what just kind of happened? Because the King of the Hill revival.
Wait, what?
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
The guy that plays Dale just died a couple days
I
ago.
did see
They
that.
just started the revival,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He was only in it.
I thought that was a joke thing, like, cause
That's a real thing.
No, it's a real fucking
'Cause
thing. I don't know what it's
Why
playing
does he
on.
why does that guy dress like Dale? Like,
Say that again?
did
I'm
he
sorry.
not do any other voice acting?
He was just one of.
'Cause
He
he-
was not a broad spectrum guy. He
But
had
the
his.
dude, like, because I know like Filmar and
Yeah.
La Maurice and
I'll tell you what, I don't
like
understand what
he
you're talking
dressed like Dale.
Yeah.
That like in real life he looked exactly like Dale, and that's where Mike Judge wrote the character.
Oh
from
yeah,
him,
I
but
mean, it's all Mike Judge property. But like, yeah, he just like fucking fell over dead like the other day.
yeah,
it's
I
like,
saw
and they're
that.
like,
I thought that was
well,
kind of
what
fake.
do we do now? Because we just revived this fucking series
Oh,
on
yeah,
whatever
exactly,
the fuck
yeah.
it's playing on.
Just swap 'em out
I
for
would have
somebody
never
else
seen it to
with it,
begin
wouldn't
with,
it?
but I just happened to see it.
I never
didn't even
really
know they
cared
were-
much for King of the Hill.
King of the Hill was a decent show.
It was fine.
It's not a great show, but it's a good show.
I don't
It's
give a shit
good
about
show.
that middle America bullshit.
What I'm gonna say
It's
is
funny.
just,
It's
we
funny.
need to be able to let things die and let stories lie.
And that would be my kind of final thought
Yeah.
on the Futurama revival.
Yeah.
Is that the way it ended on the Comedy Central run, despite it not, in my opinion, being very inconsistent. It wasn't funny, but the dramatic episodes,
Right.
the Jurassic Bark-like
Yes,
episodes.
yes.
I didn't want to bring
Jurassic
it up, but
Bark
God
is
damn it.
That's a that,
It's such-
fuck,
it's a
yeah.
heavy hitter.
Don't
It's a
bring
heavy
that
hitter.
into this.
But like, no, but
Nobody,
there-
no,
But their
We'll talk about
attempts to
that.
do that again on Comedy Central still landed.
Yes,
because
they
were
did.
They
They
did
did.
episodes where it was about his mom and
Yes.
about his dad. And You're like,
Yes.
son of a bitch, I don't
Yeah.
want to
They-
cry.
they-
They tug at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
They knew
Are they-
how to set up those anchor
are
episodes.
are they delivering on the comedy?
On Hulu?
On the like. No, Then, no, you can't do any of that shit.
Yeah, they didn't-
You don't
they-
get.
they
you
didn't-
didn't another fucking Jurassic Park. Fucking.
No, I don't want another one of
We're
those. That
in
was
a-
super sad.
This is
don't
my
get that.
point on, and it's
Whatever.
not just this show, but like everything with media these days. They're so short of bringing any sort of new IP.
Yeah, they have no ideas, and it's
So they
just,
just-
again, it's just money making.
They take legacy things that should have died when they should have died poignantly.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, no, it's back.
They
Yeah.
get quick.
And it loses all value.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get quick bursts of money. And
They
I
miss.
miss,
You know, they're all jabs
It's all
now.
about
They're all
the money.
jabs.
What
It's
they
no
don't,
more,
when they
fucking
when they
haymakers.
redo these things, when they bring them back, when they remake them, whatever you want to call it, you know, rose by any other name, so on and so forth. The bottom line is that what they don't get is the soul of the initial
No,
thing.
because the almighty dollar is
Yeah.
more important.
And very
I have
often-
I have a great
it better be
moment of
great.
this.
Yeah, what do you got?
I just got done watching the remake of White Men Can't Jump,
Oh,
One of your favorite movies.
fucking-
which like the fucking camaraderie between Snipes and Harrelson. That's great.
It
It's
was-
great,
in that
and it works
movie-
great in that movie, especially in that movie. Like
Woody
Money Train wasn't
Harrelson,
great,
Wesley Snipes, what's her name?
Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez, yes.
They worked off each other, and this new one offended me so much.
This is
And
Red Dawn 2, right?
This, it might as well. Honestly, yeah, we're having the same conversation. We're having the same conversation.
This is the only thing that obsesses me. Just let a story be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like,
No can do, Chief.
White Man
no
Can't Jump.
can do.
White Man Can't Jump had a story. Like, there was a heart to it.
I mean, I would no, I would say it wasn't a spectacular story. It was a good story with a lot of heart.
But it was a good. It was like
It worked because the right people, right story, right amount of drama, and the way it was played out.
and they didn't do any of that So
No, why would they? They're just harvesting the corpse of something that.
I'm just looking forward to Boys in the Hood 2 Electric Boogaloo.
honestly, Hulu's going to produce it, and I'm going to be upset about that. I'm going to be like fucking poop.
Yeah, it seems like Hulu touches a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Which is like going
It's
back
Disney.
to going back to the Futurama thing. The way it ended on Comedy Central was very fitting.
I thought that was a good end to
It was a good way to end it. It
Yeah.
actually ends with the way every episode begins with
Right.
the rays and all that
Yes.
stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
and with the last line being, you want to go around again as if you were just going to rewatch the entire series
It's
again.
great for the DVD.
And then you bring it back and you take a big whopping shit all over that
Like,
ending.
we all know what it is. It's all about them fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
they're not doing it for charity.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, but they had a
literally-
good product, so good for them. Let
It
them
just
do it.
cheapens everything.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all
the
good.
bottom line is that's just it. It's that us as they would call us, we are the
consumer.
consumers, and so we're looking for. We don't view ourselves as the consumers. We view ourselves as just people
Right.
who are looking for
Yeah.
some sort of like a message, something entertaining, some sort of art.
Yeah.
To take it to that level.
Some sort of
Whereas
distraction.
the companies that have the ability to produce this shit, what they're looking at is just how can we milk every last dollar out of
I'm also
it.
going to be honest with you. Like, people at large, it's our fault.
Oh yeah,
It is
100%.
absolutely our
No,
fault.
It's a nostalgia market.
Yeah.
As long as they can use a franchise and bring it back, they do it with everything. They do it with
100%.
movies. Like
They do it for a fucking reason because it lands with
it's
most fucking people.
guaranteed to make at least what they want.
Exactly.
What did I tell you,
one of
Moses?
them-
You go and watch all your stupid fucking Marvel movies, and I'm like, some of these are fucking dog shit. And you're like, I'm gonna go and see them anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
I want
you're
them
the
to
one
keep
who
making 'em.
facilitates these
I want
shitty
to see my
movies.
comics on the goddamn big screen.
You have the worst taste.
And
I don't
It's
care.
just
Like,
a
that's what I
fucking-
want to see. That's what, like, me being a fucking comic nerd, that's what I've always
individually
wanted.
defend
And now I'm
ourselves as
getting
much
it.
as we want. It
now I'm
doesn't
getting
matter.
it. And, like, yeah, they're not for everyone. That's why some of these fucking issues
But
didn't
we're,
sell.
We're all
But-
marks in our own fucking way.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, I'm bitching about because, like, my mind says, let things die.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not the mainstream market.
No,
and the
yeah.
mainstream market supports what they're fucking doing.
Exactly.
So it's-
Yeah. Making money hand over. Let's all become producers.
I mean,
Let's all just be producers.
You guys can.
Dan,
like,
He's making so much money over there.
you guys
Dan's
can start running the
Dan's getting
line.
rich over there.
Dan's
Making
getting rich on
fucking
our
Marvel
talk.
movies and shit. What the fuck am I doing?
God damn
Yeah,
it.
God damn it, you fucking
What
fat
are
cat.
you doing? You freeloading fuck.
If you guys want to be producers, you can start running the wires before we start doing the podcast.
I wrapped the wire around this, I think,
And
today.
you did a slapdash job.
Yeah, he had to
but I
fix what
did
you
the
did.
job.
Sitting
Sorry, I'm
over there
union,
with two
Dad.
solo
I'm
cups and
union.
a fucking handle of fucking
I was
vodka.
doing a thing. I did it, and this guy's getting on my balls about it. Get out of here.
Gee over there didn't even plug his mic in.
That's true. I did.
None of this is
In
recorded.
fairness, I am a guest.
Just a guest with a reoccurring similar voice.
Yeah.
That
That's between me and God.
Gee, you snuck in here, and yeah, that's fine, and we don't have time to talk about it, but I've seen your early work.
I'm not
Let's talk about that on the next
it.
episode. Play me
Yeah.
out, Johnny.
Oh, that's on the Patreon.
We all know you're
To the Patreon.
That's a great segue.
I'm not the only one that watched the westernized version of Takeshi's Castle.
I watched parts of it.
Younger.
I watched parts of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not when I was younger, but I watched.
I vaguely remember
watched
it, yeah.
some.
So Takeshi's Castle was a Japanese, as you may know, Japanese. They do a lot of weird fucking shows.
Yeah.
And this is well before like Ninja Warrior and any of that fucking bullshit. But Takeshi's Castle had do you remember? Any of you guys remember what the hosts'
Those Guy La-
westernized names were?
Guy
I do
Ladouche
not.
and
Well, Guy Ladouche was the reporter on.
Ladouche,
on
right.
Stand
oh, that was
By.
the reporter.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what were the other two?
He was
The
kinda wearing like a
You're talking
safari
about
uniform.
MXC.
They made fun of
That's
him.
what.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
was. Like
yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
the names.
Yeah.
So this in Japan
was that?
proper. This is a show. This is well before Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Like
It's like
all
Wipeout.
that shit.
Before Wipeout, but
Well, before Wipeout. I'm talking about like actual proper Ninja Warrior in Japan. Well before that, and it got ported over to the West in the late '90s, early 2000s. And it was a contest show where you had to do all these. If you've seen Wipeout, if you've seen like Ninja Warrior, any
like
of
an
these
American
shows,
Gladiator type.
yes, the closest thing we would have is the
Yeah.
American Gladiator. And the thing was, like, you had to do all these competitions to try to find one person that would, at the end, you'd have to storm Takeshi's castle with, it never ever really got that far, but it was some of the, not the funniest part of the show.
I've never seen anybody actually
Only
get
like
to
3 people ever won the fucking actual Japanese game.
That's the greatest thing about Japanese game shows is that you don't win them.
No,
they're just about
you just
punishing
get a little
you
better.
it's
for trying.
all about punishment.
It's very much so like an
So
example
you would
of
have to,
Japanese
if you've
culture.
ever seen, let's say, even to an extent, like American Gladiators from our childhood, the original, not fuck the American Ninja Warrior shit. First of all, get fucked.
No, well, they make a delineation where there's American or fucking Ninja Warrior and American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Those are 2 different shows.
They are like
It's 2 different.
that shit was on TV.
Two
It
different
may still be on
animals.
TV. Look up the original Ninja Warrior. It's fucking hilarious because
The original's great.
of the commentators are so fucking funny. But Takeshi's Castle preceded that by like 10 years. And it's like hosted by these 2 dudes in like kimonos and shit like that.
Yeah. MXC was a direct
MXC,
spoof of
yeah,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
So when it got ported over to us in the West, you had these voiceovers that made it so fucking funny. For like MXC, all that fucking shit, you had Guy Ledouche, the reporter in the field. And like they made an absolute mockery of it, in which like Wipeout and shit is based off of today.
It was the way like Mystery Science Theater like does.
Well, yes.
That-
so you had
but it was
you had
that
individual
on a
challenges to group
action
challenges.
show.
And at the end, if you got that far, you'd have to do like this very much like American Gladiators.
Yeah, there's some
Where you'd
kind
have
of
to like
physical
storm
task.
Takeshi's castle with these tanks and shit that would like you'd shoot tennis balls at it, and like in all of its run, like only 3 people ever fucking won, and it was like for no money, like the equivalent, of like $150,000, and these people are getting massacred, run over
glory.
by things,
All for the glory.
absolutely decimated, and it was great, because it was a Japanese show from way back in the day that was ported over to Western audiences with Western dubbing over.
Which makes it great by itself.
Yes, and you really have to find it. Look up either MXC or Takeshi's Castle. Here in the West, it was called MXC. Whatever that actually.
And
ended up being. Most
rema-
Extreme Challenge. Yes.
Most Extreme Challenge, yeah.
Yes.
They're remaking this in a sort.
So yeah, Japan is actually.
Japan is doing it.
Oh no,
okay.
it's coming back from Japan. They are bringing back Takeshi's Castle, and it's supposed to be like now they actually know what their market is, so it's probably going to be dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
it's
now that
like-
they know it.
It's
Yeah.
regular people jackass.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to
fair
see,
enough.
you have to understand. There's a massive difference of mindset between Westerners and Japanese folks. Japanese folks were willing to break their fucking bodies
They are.
for this show. So I am both excited, hoping, because it is a Japanese production, that they are still willing to kill themselves for us, but it is geared towards a Western audience, which may just make it the worst thing fucking ever.
Hopefully it's good.
That
but,
means
yeah.
scantily clad.
No, that will still not happen.
Oh, that won't happen. All right. I thought
This
they
isn't
were.
American Gladiators.
They're not
Not
gonna, the
yet.
contestants are not going to be getting fucked by tentacles. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a warlock.
Can we get through one podcast without someone mentioning being fucked by tentacles?
I'm
I
sorry.
would love that. Yeah.
Wait till I change my.
Dan, I
character
do have
and
some
be-
tentacles over here if we could wrap
We've
this
been
up.
to Japan twice, and Moses loves tentacles.
Well, so I can go get fucked by tentacles. Let's wrap this up.
Yes.
All right. In tentacles. We'll wrap it up that
In
way.
tentacles.
Oh, okay,
10
no, please.
tentacles. 10 tickles.
Be sure to subscribe to this podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Check us out on YouTube and Rumble. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can also follow us on social media. We are at Loud and Drunk on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Going to mute Moses.
Yeah, he's having a stroke right
Yeah.
now. Sorry.
If you enjoyed this podcast, then become a Loud and Drunk supporter at loudanddrunk.locals.com and patreon.com/loudandrunk. Moses, have you recovered enough for you to give any sort of closing thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, please.
I have enjoyed this thoroughly, and I think everybody should come back for more.
Yeah, you should come back for more by subscribing to the podcast.
Yes.
Justin, sir, closing thoughts.
You know what? I really enjoyed this episode. It really hurt me again. I love that game, but oh boy. Moses, I will fucking kill you on the way home. I swear to God.
We had to mute him again.
Okay, thank God. All right. Sorry. But yes, I had a great time. I loved the game. And we talked about a lot of bullshit. I had a great time.
Wonderful time. Wonderful being here. Bonvenue.
All right, so for Moses, the giggly Moses,
Fuck.
Justin, Mr. Gee over there. I'm producer Dan. Boyos, cheers to the audience. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, this is
L'chaim.
Loud and Drunk.
Yeah!